get mounted. That's another reason why mount is good. Alrighty, yo, what is up, mates? Aegis Rick here, back with some more DFO PvE on my female brawler. Now, guys, it's not a mistake that I chose to do this dungeon again. We are doing Mount Heart Showdown. And the reason I chose this dungeon to showcase, since I am leveling up this character, I'm doing it very swiftly, honestly. But I just did this dungeon on my female striker, and I kind of want to do a comparison just to show you guys how strong both of those classes are. I have a feeling that this one will probably clear it faster, just because the feeling I'm getting with playing this class. It's been a while since I played the brawler. Since I remember, I got work right there, but I'm gonna return the favor here with this mount max level here. And the mount is a really potent skill right there. You guys can see it pretty much decimates mini bosses really well. I feel like it's one of those skills that probably does some of the highest single target damage I can think of, honestly, on this class, because it keeps hitting them, right? It keeps stacking your debuffs on them, your poison and stuff. So probably one of the highest single target damage skills. And that's kind of how this class plays, honestly. This class has a lot of single target damage in her kit. Mostly coming from, you know, things like the mount, things that are like multi-hitting like that, and the poison effects. You know, if they keep stacking on top of each other, you're gonna do a lot of damage. Right there, I just did the, you know, the venom mines right there, decimated the tower in one hit. You know, so and if you wanted to, you can also use the taunt debuff right there, which will make it so that they're even less resistant to, or more prone to taking more damage during those times. So I'll actually take this opportunity. Maybe I can mount on top of this guy. Get over here, man. I mean, you'll see that his damage is getting whittled away, and he's stacking massive amounts of poison, so just right there, one skill alone will take that guy out. And you guys know, he pretty much survives the explosion once the missile comes down. That's how tanky that guy is. So that's just going to show, guys, that this class has some excellent, probably some of the highest single target damage I can think of, at least early on in this portion of the game. You know, having played so many characters at this point, I can say that with a lot of certainty right now that this class can really specialize at single target damage. And this is kind of what I was expecting out of a few more classes that I played. My rogue, for instance, I wasn't feeling that she was at this level of single target ass kicking. I kind of wish she was, though, because, you know, this is just a lot of fun. You know, her range is not that good. I'll tell you right now, her range is not very good. Her AOE's, I mean, are almost non-existent. What she does have instead is things like the Heaven's Net to kind of bring people together. And then put them into, you know, really close range. You know, you'll suck them up and they'll all be right there. So that's, you know, really small AoEs, actually hardly any AoEs, but the damage she does do to that small area is significant. It's freaking massive, and you can stack it really fast. So we did a 245 clear. I need to go back and check the female striker to see how fast we did on her, but I'm telling you guys, this class is super strong, and I'm actually having a lot of fun leveling her. I mean, I wanna make the argument that if you have a character that is a junk spin slave on your account, and you're one of those people who want to have a lot of 85s like I do on your account, well, you know, you might as well level this class, because I gotta say it's a lot of fun. I dare say it's more fun than the striker in the same region so far, and I've been playing pretty much straight. I haven't missed a single day. And people have been asking, like in other videos, unrelated videos, they're like, Rick, how are you leveling so fast? Aside from the fact, you know, the Neo Premium contract I've mentioned multiple times now, it's just playing every day, and that's what I'm doing. So, also taking advantage of any EXP events that are going on right now, which I will mention right now. There's the interdimensional space dungeon, which you can do 5 times a day. And if you don't want anything like any particular items out of there, you can opt to buy some EXP potions that last only 10 minutes. But it doesn't really matter how long they last, because you can get so many of them. You guys can see on my hotkey bar, I actually have 60 of them just stored up. And that's only from a couple days of doing the interdimensional space. So just saying right now, if you want EXP, there are tons of events to give you EXP. There's also EXP pills that you can get from you know, from the Tau event that's going on right now, EXP pills from the Jerry event, obviously, or, you know, summoning Jerry in the interdimensional space, stuff like that. So, tons of different events, and you just got to capitalize on them. If you want to level quickly, you got to make sure you don't miss any of your opportunities to do that. Not to mention actually playing the game every day. So, just a couple tips. I've been leveling super fast, guys. I'm actually kind of surprised myself. I don't think I've leveled this fast in a long time. So. Go ahead, and we overkilled that guy, but I need to use him for iframe. That was kind of brutal. Actually, I was using his body for iframe. There's a brick attack right there. Relatively new attack for me. Luckily for me, it does cost that stun 100%. So, not finding too much use for it. I don't think it does terribly great damage, and it has a really long, awkward animation, but it's good enough for the stun that it has. Not to mention you have tons of other stuns, so. And that should be enough. Look at the damage, man! That is just, I love that. I really do love that. I'm gonna mount on top of this guy because he's probably gonna survive it. Okay, there you go. Just so good, man. Mount is such a good skill. Leveling up at least. I didn't think it at first because, you know, it has that kind of short range, but, you know, for the mini bosses and stuff that can actually be mounted, I can't think of a better skill to actually use during that time, so. Just to burst them down. Mini bosses especially are prone to getting demolished by that skill, so. Not really optimizing my damage here. I could use the taunt, I could use the Heaven's Net. Even if you aren't pulling people with the Heaven's Net, it actually does more damage to people who are caught in the net, even if they're not pulled to you, so. That's something you can do to amplify your damage, and yeah, I know all those gimmicks. There's also a lot of weapons that can increase your poison damage, or your damage while enemies are caught in status effects. There's a lot of things that amplify your damage that I just don't have yet. Obviously, the Venom Mindset is what I'm gonna be shooting for at some point in time, but guys, that is a consistent 2 minute and like 45-second run right there, guys. That was like 250 right there. So anyway, guys, gosh, is that enough for a video, or should I do one more dungeon? I guess we can do one more dungeon, guys. This might be a longer video, but we have 5 FP. That means we can't do Mount Heart, but we sure as hell can do Final Pursuit. So we're gonna go ahead and do Final Pursuit. Leave the Express FP on. And should we do Ultimate? Let's do Ultimate, man. Let's just make this video long as hell. All right, let's just do Ultimate, and then we'll call it quits for today on the female brawler. Now, the one sad thing actually is that I don't have any FP. There's a lot of EXP events going on right now, which, you know, giving you EXP pills and stuff like that, but there's not a lot of events currently that are giving me any FP to continue playing after I've used it all, which, you know, right now with the booster, if I really wanted to play all day, I totally could if I just turned the booster off, but, you know, I'm just trying to level quickly and efficiently, and this is the most efficient way I can think of, honestly. Time efficiency, not FP efficiency. I gotta make that clear because people always try to correct me and say, oh, Rick, you're wasting EXP by keeping your booster around. I'm like, no. Well, I guess I'm not being FP efficient, but I'm being much more time efficient. That's for damn sure. And that's kind of the thing, you know. Some people might wonder, hey, like, how not to get burned out in this game. Because it can get really repetitive if you got to keep doing the same dungeons on multiple characters and stuff like that. Well, the best thing is to try not to spend too much time in-game every day. I mean, I do play this game a lot, but I'm not always playing the game, honestly. I'd stick to, you know, doing my FP, and then after that, you know, doing my dailies maybe on my main characters, and then, you know, you call it quit for that character. If you burn yourself out and you want to maximize your FP usage, say for instance you do Forgotten Lands every day, or if you do TOD every day, the Tower of Death, just to get that barely amount of little extra EXP, you're going to burn yourself out in DFO. I'm just going to tell you right now, you're trying to maximize your FP efficiency so hard that when tomorrow comes around, you're not even going to use it. You're not even going to feel compelled to use it. So right now, I should really be hitting them with the mount, man. This is a mini boss that needs to get hit with that. It's not getting hit with the poison, so that's why I didn't die very quickly. Alright, but anyway, that's my tip for you guys right now. Is the secret to leveling quickly. You got to be really diligent in this game, and I guess try not to burn yourself out by trying to be like the most efficient guy ever. I know a lot of people are like, oh, you can get this much EXP by if you use your EXP efficiently. It's like, no, just use all your FP and you should be fine. Use all your FP every day and you should be fine, I should say. So there's my tip. That's how I'm leveling so quickly. That's why I have so many max level characters, and also obviously I can't express enough how useful the premium contract is. Mostly for the FP booster, nothing else really. Because I can't stress how freaking nice it is to only have to play half as long as most people who aren't using it. So get mounted. That's another reason why mount is good. If the enemies are close by to each other, guys, like in that close proximity, then mount is almost certainly going to be doing massive damage to everybody in range. So it's pretty much going to be like hitting everybody with the mount at the same time, even though you're mounting on top of one guy. Get bricked. It's a shame not everybody can be mounted. If you do target an enemy that, or don't target an enemy that can be mounted, you instead just do the big AoE attack at the end, which itself is pretty useful. It's probably one of your biggest AoEs that you have on the class, which is kind of a shame, but at the same time, it also gives a pretty potent debuff to everybody, which I guess if I was stronger, that would have one-shot everybody, given a little bit more time or a stronger poison level or something. So. But yeah, guys, this is ultimate difficulty, man. I'm actually doing pretty well. I haven't had to think about it if that means anything. Usually when you're doing ultimate difficulty, you have that like, oh shit, I'm running out of mana, or shit, I'm running out of HP or something. Not the case with this class so far that I've seen. I mean, mana might be an issue, but not as much as, say, on my striker, who was just burning FP or mana like candy. She would use like her beat drive or some high level skill, and instantly all the mana was gone. So it was, especially beat drive and like lightning dance and stuff like that, that was just using up so much mana. Right here, that was my high level skill, the little poison grab that kind of has that vortex effect. And again, didn't use very much mana. So here's the brick buster thing. Not a lot of mana used there either. So I mean, a lot more mana efficient with this class. Not to mention, she gets a lot of intelligence off of her skills anyway. She's kind of a, if you're wondering what kind of stat distribution the Brawler is, she's kind of like a hybrid. She gets both strength and int off of her masteries, her heavy armor masteries, and her damage is kind of mixed like that. Her Venomine is mostly a magic damage skill, so let's not forget to use our EXP potion. Otherwise, this run would be for naught. But I'm expecting a lot of EXP out for this run because we did do ultimate. I remind you. And like I said, this is probably going to be a longer video. I don't even have a good assist right now. My assist is level 1. Oh, shit. Not even going to use it. Not even going to use this assist. Don't just screw this assist. Let's hook him in. I got like the whole squad helping me out here. Oh, get bricked. And then get bricked again, actually. And then Venomine? Oh, it just came back. It just came back. It's like you hit him with a taunt. And then the Venomine. There it is, baby. The win, baby. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. There was a little bit of Brawler action. We did 3 dungeons. That's an excessive amount, but we got about as much EXP as we get if we just did the regular Mount Heart dungeon, which just goes to show how efficient the Mount Heart dungeon actually is. I mean, I just did this dungeon full clear on ultimate difficulty. Of course, you're gonna be getting you're gonna be spending a lot more time and FP, I should say. Because that was like that was like at least 30 FP in here or something like that to do this run, whereas Mount Heart would have only taken me 16. So very efficient Mount Heart dungeon. When you have access to it, make sure you're farming that unless you're farming the epic quest. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. There's a little bit of female brawler action. Hope you're interested in leveling a female brawler yourself, and I will catch you knights later.